Hey everybody, it's Professor Parish. I'm sorry I'm posting this video so late. With the end of our official first spring break, if you've not checked your email through SIC yet, then you will have not seen the email sent out that basically because of the coronavirus pandemic that is going on currently, what we are doing as a college is that we are technically extending spring break from this Sunday to next Sunday in March 23rd. So this video is going to be about week 10 because even though we are technically as an institution on spring break for an extended period, I do want to go ahead and talk about week 10 and the assignments. And we're going to talk about due dates with those and how that's working. We are fortunate enough to already be an online class. So you guys are already online, so there's that that kind of helps rather than us being a face-to-face class that is suddenly online. We've been online for 9 weeks, so we've got this down. But I hope that you all are staying safe. I know practicing social distancing is hard. I myself am actually more of an introvert than anything, oddly enough, so I feel like I've prepared my whole life for this moment. I'm kidding. It is a very serious situation, and I do have older loved ones that I definitely care about, and so I am concerned about coronavirus. However, I think that as long as we use common sense, we're smart, we practice smart personal hygiene, and just use common sense, I think that all of us will do fine for the weeks to come. But I want to go ahead and talk about week 10 with English 109 to help you understand what we're going to be doing these next couple of weeks. So with that being said, I'm going to minimize myself over here. I'm back here again. And let's look at our assignments page. So I am going to be doing a few changes after I post this video. If you'll notice here at the top down, we did not have any assignments luckily due tonight on Sunday, so yay. So as you can see, we didn't have any assignments due through tonight, but let's look at week 10. So week 10 was scheduled to run from March 16th to March 22nd. I'm still going to keep these assignments up here. The assignments are to do the textbook activity number 5, the grammar review number 6, and we were going to talk about the narrative paper just a little bit. So I'm going to keep textbook activity number 5, grammar review number 6, and the discussion forum open this week. I am going to extend the due dates for next week. However, I want you all to keep this in mind. This is very important. If you can this week, please get these assignments done for week 10. I know that we've had the email saying that we have an extended spring break. However, that still doesn't mean that you're not going to have assignments. These assignments can't just disappear, unfortunately. So you can either do these assignments this week and go ahead and get them done and completed and move on and stay on track with this class. Or I am giving you the option, since this technically is an official extended spring break, I am going to extend these due dates until March 29th. However, you can go ahead and look, and there is still a reading response and a week 11 discussion forum due March 29th. And we're going to talk about the reading response next week. But I don't want you to be bogged down next week with a lot of assignments. I don't want you to wait on these 3 assignments until the week of the 23rd through 29th and suddenly be like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I don't want that to happen to you. So me personally, I would recommend you to do these assignments this week if you can. If you can't get to all of them, then don't worry. You are going to get an extension. These 3 assignments will not be due March 22nd. They will be due March 29th. But if I were you, I'd go ahead and try to work ahead, and that way you're on top of things. You don't have to worry about them. And several of you already have. I've seen that several of you have already turned in the textbook and the grammar assignment. That's amazing. That's so good. I'm glad you guys are on top of it. I'm glad you took advantage of spring break and were able to do that. The discussion forums are not going to be anything outside the ordinary. We can go to the discussion forum now and look at them. The grammar review and textbook assignments, you all have seen them at this point. You guys should be old hat with it. I'll go ahead and show you just for the sake of it what they look like. So the grammar review, let's go back there. I got a 0 on that assignment. No, I'm kidding. Go back to week 10. The grammar review number 6, if I pull it up, And my computer's going to make a dingy sound. So you're just going to, yep, there it goes. All right. Beep. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the grammar review number 6 is on page 477 to 479 in our English skills textbook. And then the actual assignment's on page 480. This is just dealing with singular and plural nouns. It should be very, very straightforward. This is kind of just a review of the grammar we've looked at so far. On 1 through 10 for part 1, you just write down the correct verb and list whether it is singular or plural. And our textbook does differentiate between those two, but you know, usually your verbs, if they end in an S, they're going to be plural, or if they involve multiple people, they're going to be plural. And our textbook does talk about this. And then part 2, you're basically, there's 2 mistakes in each sentence, and you're writing out the mistake and the correction. So please don't forget to write out both the mistake and the correction for number 1 through 5 on here. But that's all for the grammar review. So far, you all have done really well in the grammar reviews. I have felt very confident that you all know exactly what you're talking about. There's maybe been 1 or 2 errors with a few assignments, but for the most part, you all seem to have done really well. So if you have questions about the grammar review that I haven't mentioned so far, please don't hesitate to ask, because I will be on my email this week. I will be able to get back to you, so I'm not going to go hide away and not answer my email. I will be able to respond to you, so you don't have to worry about that. The textbook activity, number 5, this is actually our last textbook activity. I know, tears. I'm sure you're all devastated that we're not going to do a textbook activity anymore after this. But the textbook activity, this last one, let me get on here. Yep. So the last one, basically, there is going to be directions in your textbook for each of the questions below. You will have to go to page 132 to 135 in your textbook to see how you answer these questions. So I hope you have your textbook with you for these questions here. But you could see that they're just basically asking you to do a certain number of things with the questions themselves, like whether it's elaborating on the answers or shortening answers. They're going to tell you in the directions what to do. So there are 4 sets of those, and then the last set is just basically combining sentences like we've done before. So this week is a lot of review kind of on what we've been doing. It's just kind of to get us back on track after spring break. We took a week off, so this is to get us back on track with the assignments. And then the discussion forums, I will pull them up here for week 10 and 11. Week 10's discussion forum is basically, oh, it's Todd in the Shadows. I love this. Okay, I like this week. I forgot which week we were doing Todd in the Shadows. Todd in the Shadows, he is a music reviewer, and so his big gimmick is that you never see his face when he reviews. He kind of stays in the shadows profile, but he is a music major that reviews different performances, usually pop music or rap music or country music, and he talks about how things are similar and different. So to kind of round out, compare and contrast from last week, you basically are going to watch this video and then compare these 2 songs, show how they're similar and different, or how he describes them as similar and different, and then explain how he organizes his thoughts. Does he do point by point? Does he do subject by subject? And then talk about the tone and if you agree with him or not. So this should be a fun assignment for the week. It's not a long video. He does a lot of dry humor, so his humor may or may not be your style, but I find him really funny. So I'm excited for you guys to see this video and to respond to it. So those are the assignments for this week. So like I said, you've got a discussion forum that you can do this week, the grammar review, and the textbook assignment. Again, I'm going to push those due dates back until next week because of the situation with the coronavirus and how college campuses have been. Oh my goodness. Get rid of that box. Oh my gosh. Okay. Quit. Hold on, guys. Alright. So, basically, now that that is out of the way, so basically you have a discussion forum. It should be really fun. I like Todd in the Shadows a lot, so hopefully that's a good experience watching that. Your grammar review and your textbook activity. So we're not starting a new paper yet. don't worry. Next week, for week 11, we are going to start talking about the third paper. But the last two papers should be a lot of fun. I actually like the last two papers in this class more than the first two. So I like to end our semester on a good note, especially in light of things I think that's needed. So as always, I won't be in my office. Obviously, you can't come to campus this week because our campus is closed. However, I will be on my email to answer questions. I can't guarantee I'll be there right when you email, but I will be checking every evening for emails. I will be answering questions that you have. If you can work ahead, please do so. That way you can just stay on track. And if you have any questions or concerns, please just let me know. I'm always here to answer questions. As far as this goes, I know it may seem scary right now, the situation that we're in, but I know that we are, as a class, we are strong. We'll be fine. And then, as always, please stay safe. Wash your hands. Practice social distancing if you can. And just try to keep your family members and your friends safe, so that we can all get through this together. All right? But as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I hope you all have had a wonderful spring break. In light of everything, I hope that it's been a good break off. If you've had to work, I hope that's been fine. If you did travel, I hope it was fun. And I hope that you were able to see family and friends and have a great time. So I know that our class is going to be good. We have an online format, so we should be fine. But I will be here to answer questions if you have any. So otherwise, I'll be on the lookout for your assignments this week if you get them done early. If not, they'll be due next week. And Sunday of next week, I'll be posting the week 11 video talking about those assignments that'll be due for the week to come. All right. I hope you guys have a great week. Let me know if you have questions, but otherwise, I'll talk to you all again soon.